Hello there, this is Natalie.
And Lee here.
And we just wanted to start sharing with you part of our traveling adventures after having literally sold everything. We have sold everything inside of our house that we were renting, and we have not renewed the lease because we are now going to be living out of our Subaru, traveling all around the country and eventually into other countries as we see fit. And it is day 2 of that actually happening. Just yesterday we left from California and drove to Las Vegas because we had already planned a 1 week.
Yes.
Yes.
Woo-woo.
We already planned a 1 week trip here back 6 months ago, planned being here for a week before even knowing what we exactly were going to be doing right now. And after day 1, we literally came into Vegas, parked our car in this beautiful home that we're staying in right here as we're sitting in front of this lovely fountain, as you can see.
Oh yeah, it's an awesome, super cool home. It's very, very big.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Very fortunate to be staying here right now.
Honestly,
bunch of awesome people too that we're staying with.
A group of awesome people. And the first night, like, we just came, we literally parked our car, and then we had to go for a meeting and meet all kinds of people, and it was just literally like getting fed by a fire hose. Like, everything was just getting poured on us, like, here's the times for this, here's where you meet for that, and meet this person, meet that person, all right, sign up for this, sign up for that.
Yeah, because everything in Las Vegas it's so much different than we're used to in our life. In a small town, like, you know, going out, you don't have to plan that much. It's like, well, maybe there'll be like a cover charge if there's a band or something playing. In Vegas, you have to choreograph all that stuff. And so,
everything.
Yeah, the group of people that we're hanging out with are very well connected. So they're like putting us into like group chats so that we're connected, so that we get put on guest lists and we like know what time we need to arrive and all this stuff, so that we're taken care of and we're not
left behind.
Yeah.
Because they know that this is a whole nother world here, so that way you can be fully immersed in this experience of Las Vegas.
We've been to Vegas before, and I've got like stepped on, like totally stomped on, because, you know, we thought we'd be able to get into like a club, and then we showed up when they were told
somebody pulled
all
us
this
up.
Yeah, all this stuff. And so we've had like a lot of fun experiences, and then we've had ones where it's like we've gotten hosed, and we're now with a group of people who like really have an amazing social circle. And so they're able to like teach us the ins and outs and get us into these awesome places.
Yeah.
So one thing that we want to kind of share is we're a little tired right now. So if there's a little bit less lack of enthusiasm, we had a really late night last night.
We were up until 5 in the morning. So he says late last night, it's like up early this morning. So
yeah, we're usually getting up around like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and we were just going to bed around that time. For us,
that was so our complete like typical schedule has been flipped upside down. Like, the time that we usually go to bed is when we're just getting started, and the time that we wake up is when we're now sleeping, because it's flipped here. It's totally different.
It's weird. And for people who go to bed around like 10:30, 11 at the latest, if we're watching like Game of Thrones or something, this is quite the shift in circadian rhythms here.
Yeah, so that's what we're feeling right now, because we're going to go into a whole nother evening just to get started for another night. So
we're about to do it all over again. So we're preparing our minds and our bodies as best we can to repeat. You know, rinse and repeat. We'll see how that ends up. That goes.
But last night, though, I mean, first time here after being fed through that fire hose, like I said, we end up going to a club, because of course that's what you do here in Vegas. You go to a club, and after waiting in line, just communicating and networking with so many people, and it was just amazing, like how many people you can just talk to and get to know in the process while you're just waiting in line, which obviously you wait for an hour, and we thought it wasn't going to be that much. But once we got in there, oh gosh, there was so much that happened. Talk about things that you want to get accomplished. Some people go to clubs because they want to meet other people, or they want to hook up, or whatever it is. And for us, we're obviously married, so we're not looking to hook up. We're just looking to meet other people. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool people.
And we don't drink. Like, well, it's not that we don't drink, but we just don't.
Choose not to. So we're this whole time.
We pretty much staying sober.
We're completely sober this entire time. Like, so this is just pure energy that you're exchanging with other people while they're getting crazy, drinking a bunch of liquor, trying to get into a club, or once they're in the club. So once we were in this club, I mean, we went around, mingled, we split, we came back together, and I mean, gosh, this place was massive, like absolutely
It was pumping.
massive.
It was on Labor Day weekend. It was Omnia, which is a club in Caesar's Palace, and Aoki was playing. So he was DJing that night. So it was Labor Day weekend. We found out. We didn't know this ahead of time.
We had no idea that Aoki was going to be DJing.
Or that Labor Day weekend is like the second busiest time in Las Vegas. So it was quite an event for us. Small, like, you know, we live in a town of 130,000 people, and to go and it's just like, boom, like, here you go, you're in Vegas, like, high season, getting after it. So the energy was popping, man. It was a lot of fun
up there. So what was super cool though is that Aoki was playing, and we were kind of like hanging. We didn't even know. Like I said, we like went through a crowd and we pushed over into this little niche where we could see him. We're like, oh, that's Aoki over there, like, you know, rocking out, going with it. And then we see people, like, of course, there's like tables, like these high-end tables that people are all around right there, and we see people standing up on the seats and everything else, and like, you know, they've got this personal up-close view of Aoki, and we're like, we noticed we just kind of started making eye contact with people, and for me in particular, like, and Lee, I guess the same person, like, there was this guy out there, and I just like kind of made eye contact and like just let him know, like, hey, I see you up there, like, you're rocking it out, you look like you're balling up there, you know. And next thing you know, and he comes over and he comes up and he puts his arm on both Lee and I. He comes in between us, and we just start chatting or whatever. And I mean, next thing you know, we find out all these commonalities between us. Like, his wife's name is Natalie as well, and like he has a business in my home, like the hometown that I was born and raised in. So just crazy craziness.
Good
people.
Real good people.
And I told him I wanted to meet his wife because, I mean, if her name's Natalie, I got to meet her too. And he goes back over there, and I could see him talking to his wife, and she like summons us to come over, and they invite us over into their table, like into their table area.
So nice, dude. People are like, so amazing. Like, when you're open to the world and you're just there to like give love and good energy, like not in the hippie sort of a way, but just have good positive vibes and enjoying life. There's other people that are kind of on that same wavelength, you know, that are looking for the same thing, and you connect. It's kind of like if you are looking to get a Volkswagen Bug and you're thinking, you're like, oh, I really want them, and suddenly you start seeing them all over the place, and you're like, oh my gosh, everyone has a Volkswagen Bug, like, I thought I was unique. And then it also kind of makes you want it more because you just notice it, but it's because you're looking out for it. I think the same thing happens on social interactions and social vibes. Like, when you're depressed or upset, you attract those people into your life, right? Those same types of people. When you're feeling good and you're having a good energy, you attract those other people that are kind of, you know, noticing that as well
into your life.
And
it just so happened that like that's what we attracted. We attracted like the exact kind of person that we'd want to hang out with in the space that we wanted to hang out with, and it just so happened to be a fantastic area to be right, like, I mean, within, well, I don't know, 20 feet of Steve Aoki, like right behind him. Like, had no idea he was playing, let alone to get right up and close and personal and have a fantastic, amazing experience.
Yeah, we were basically overwhelmed because we went from like moving, structuring the move, like selling everything, planning, like there's just a lot of planning that had to kind of happen.
Just to get us here.
Because we're not going back. We're just, from here, we don't really know where we're going after this. I think we might be shooting to Arizona, but we'll see.
And we'll keep you guys posted on that.
We'll keep you guys
we want
to
keep
date.
you posted day by day with what's going on here in Vegas right now as well.
Yeah, so we've just been kind of like hit with a fire hose because there's so many different changes that are happening, and we're rolling with it, and it's just cool to see like good things unfold and like really cool things and
fun people. There's just so many amazing people out there, and so just stay open. Like, don't feel like you can't meet awesome people, because you can. And we just wanted to share that experience, which was like an amazing first night experience.
And what's really cool too is that you can go out and you can do these things as a couple without the typical things that now that I'm married, or I have a girlfriend or this or that, like I'm
locked down.
I'm locked down. I can't have fun. Like, there are people that are, you know, having exciting adventures, that are doing really cool stuff, and they're out there, and that's what we're noticing, and we're finding it. All of our Volkswagen Bugs are out there, and like they're people that are like us, and that we're excited to learn from. And then it's not just couples that we're learning from. We're meeting all sorts of, you know, awesome people that are way younger than us, and then people that are much older than us, and it's just, there's just great energy and great vibes being shared, and we're learning already so much on this journey. And we have such a beautiful view from where we're at right now. We're off the strip, But our bedroom, and we'll maybe
We'll get
do a
that
video.
eventually. We'll show you another video on
show,
that.
Show a video
you
or something.
The
of,
view of the whole strip that we can see from our balcony of the rotundum that we're staying in here in this beautiful house.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. It's like we walked into it and we were told that it's going to be a really nice house, and it was supposedly a mansion, and we're like, oh well, we'll see, right? Like, and
nice.
it does kind of fit that bill.
mold.
But anyways, you can actually see the strip from where we're at, like off in the distance. It's probably about 15 minutes from Las Vegas, and so this is a great spot to kick off our adventure and kick off the beginning of
more epicness
what's
of what's to come. Exactly.
And so kind of what you guys can expect from us is we're going to be documenting our travel journeys, and we have a lot of things that we would like to share and that we're excited to just give. Right now we're in that spirit of we've done a lot, and we've been working super hard for a lot of things, and we're in that place where we just want to kind of just let go
and
live,
just see
live
what
loose.
brings, what comes to us just by being us. Like, we've already gotten all the education, we've spent the hundreds and thousands of dollars to get to where we're at, to have the titles that we have, all the credentials that we have the experience of being business owners and having a wonderful business that we love with amazing family and amazing partners. But we're ready to like take it to the next level in a way that we don't have to feel like we're trying so hard to do it.
So if you guys have travel destinations or things that you can be like, hey, you know what, you guys got to check this out, or advice for people that are living more of a nomadic lifestyle, like send it to us. Like, make a comment below.
Let us know. Like, we want to know what other adventures we can look forward to, because we're all about immersing ourselves in culture.
Or if you have questions, questions for us, because we've already done 2 purges. Like,
oh yeah, we'll talk about that on another video, because that's a whole nother experience of going through and selling everything. It's not as easy as just selling and just throwing everything away. Like, when you live together, you're a married couple, and you thought you were settling down somewhere, like, it's a whole nother experience. So I definitely want to share that for you and with you on the next video. Yeah. So let us know what you're interested in, and we'll be more than happy to share with you as we go through all these new adventures with our life. Anything else?
No, we'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Okay, peace.